Hello and welcome back to Tales of Arise. I actually don't really know what we've been doing in the last few episodes. It's been a couple of days. Well, I do know that we had that burning at the stake, and then all of the inhabitants of that city all the way back there just essentially turning into goo or energy or one of the two somehow combined. And now we're going this way, I think, as far as I can remember, but that's about it. That's the extent to which I remember what we're doing. And we'll see what we'll find back here. Oh, I don't know why. I really like
A
this.
dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I could, like, rest here for a couple hours. I don't know. It seems cozy. To the wharf. Okay. Oh, yeah, there was something about her building a boat for herself.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here.
There certainly is.
I
Yep.
only see Danny's.
There's
They
even
were
people.
forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria.
Hello there. It might not be the best place in the world to work, but at least you spend your days never having to worry about starving. You can't head out to fish in the ocean, but if you don't mind river fishing, there's a good spot outside with all the fish you could ever want. Alright. Not a lot about the Lord. A heavy treat. Okay. What do you have to say? It's real unusual for Lord Almadria to come through here without letting any of us know ahead of time. She took off with a sizable posse too. Wonder what that was all about. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm just glad she didn't ask us to come along with her. Alright. Well, look at all the other people. They probably have more of the same to say. We'll grab that chest back here for some mackerels. And then we head down here for a quick check. Not where we're supposed to be going, but surely there's something down here. Right? Right? No? Okay. Nice look out into the middle of nowhere. Somehow it feels like every Tales of game just has to have an ocean somewhere. I mean, it does make sense for a world to have water in significant amounts, but still.
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We
I
don't know
don't.
how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
Looks like a relatively
We're losing
modern
time.
ship
Sir, we're in your debt.
for the time
Now
period.
that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set, and we'll set sail.
Sure, Mahavar. I think we're ready. Let me just check. Is there any reason why we may not be ready? I don't think so. Although there was something. Can I access it from here? Yeah, unclaimed DLC items. Was it from here? Yeah, these things. Sometimes I watch of games that I like. I watch like the start of a playthrough from other people. And I noticed someone went into their like unclaimed DLC items, and there were some outfits there, and they never bought a DLC or anything. And then I realized, well, I don't have them either, so they're probably there for me too. That's these things and that I think as well, which are actually not outfits you get immediately, but they're sort of they unlock like in the what was it called, the arena, the Colosseum, whatever it is, the training quarters. You unlock further battles with them, and if you beat those battles, then you can get the outfits. Yep, I'm ready to go. All right, just hold on tight, because it's gonna get bumpy. Imagine it would, yes. That's a lot of acceleration. Jesus Christ. All right, got a speedy boat here. imagine the amount of power you need to have to get that much acceleration out of a boat that's
This is
probably
like a
about like
dream
100
come
tons or
true.
something.
Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danons on that ship?
Or can we just blow it up?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danons on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahalar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
Can't fall into the ocean, apparently.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodius Danons backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's...
Special.
She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels. not being able to hold another person's hand.
Not nice, I would assume, Rinwell. Not nice. I wonder why, like, Rinwell's event just got triggered immediately when I walked somewhat close to her. And Kisara's didn't. Does Shion's? Yeah, okay. Maybe I was just not close enough to Kisara.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cislodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it.
Rinwell should take a page out of your book.
So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed.
Is that healthy?
You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
I think we're not even halfway through the game. I doubt it'll be over soon. Music changed. Sarah. Yeah, for some reason she doesn't activate a cutscene. Dorlim? No. Law? No.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
You did not stop her from killing Almadria, you stopped her from trying to kill Almadria. I doubt she would have managed to.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
She's crazy.
You must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
All right.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Mahavar had a head start on a better head start on a first 4. If you want to take a nap before things pop off, sure, we'll take a nap.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship?
A bit
She's
big,
huge.
yeah.
Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
That's conveniently open.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Great.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
You've got a lot of confidence in us. More than I do. Mobile Fortress Gradia. Hi there.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship.
Yeah, the biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And even more skits.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute...
We don't really, but go on.
That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
You can hear the dogs in the background. Life bottles. Let me actually look at our inventory just for the sake of it. How's it looking? We've got 12 orange gels, 6 peach gels, 1 gold gel, 2 heavy treats, 14 life bottles. Looking pretty good, honestly. Raises penetration. Dolan. There you go. Right. Let's see. Let me actually have a look. Okay. Well, this way leads nowhere, so we gotta check that one out first. There we go. 3 lettuce. Worth it. There's nothing there. Alright. Off we go. Jump!
Get lost.
I gotta get used to the fighting system again.
Resonate with the earth. Rising light. Look sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
Dance in the wind.
On your knees.
There you go.
Easy and smelling to me. Yeah. And bubbling to me. Resonate with the earth. I'm ready.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much used to the fighting system again.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
Are there any
behind you, Shion.
items here? Just gonna do a quick check, but doesn't look like it. Let's jump into another fight. Ow. I swear I hit evade.
You think that shield
Here's a healing arm.
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open.
Be my guest.
You thought you could hit me.
Here's the Evo.
Rising wyvern.
Come on, give me the break. There we
In
go.
an instant. Impact block.
A comfortable win.
Very comfortable. It's back here.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Take this.
Well, you stay there then.
Mirage. This one's all mine. On your knees.
Lunar corruption.
Rising wyvern. Rising wyvern.
Oops.
Damn it. Too fast. 10 pack. I'll trip it up. Rising wyvern.
It's not fast anymore when it's lying on the ground.
Now. Freeze
Destruction.
blaster.
Rising wyvern. Elusive
Here's
mirage.
Rotating fire rifle. Here's lightning. Downfall.
Yep, there we go. What is that? Oh, Ivy Master. Nice. Right, I don't really have much XP on anyone, so it's not like I can learn any
My
skills.
exploits are bearing fruit.
Ooh, 2,850 gold. That's almost 1 orange shell. Items are pretty overpriced in here. What is this? What's this thing? Is it just me, or does it look like the one we ran into back in Reveal? Hold on, this one's actually made of astral energy. It might be one of Almadria's traps. Crap! So what do we do?
Got it.
If I manipulate the astral energy, I could get rid of it, maybe. I'll just have to give it a shot. Right. Do we have any other option? I mean, no, we don't really. But I'll go here first. To get like 2 more lettuce. 3 tomatoes, okay. Right. Well, we'll get through it. That's quick.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
keep moving.
Of course, the elevator's offline. Would not have expected anything else. Okay, I can't get past that. But I can get past it like this. One peach gel. Okay, there's a lot of enemies in here. Well, it's not really. It's free.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Now. Oops.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished. Rising Wiper! Elusive deity! We're not finished! Rising Wiper!
By the power of
Rising Wiper! Penumbra! Rising Wiper!
There we go.
Quite necessary when creating weapons.
10,000 gold, okay. That's more than 3 orange gels. That's definitely worth it. What do we have here? Milk. Okay. Can I just lead you guys over here so we can do this fight at the same time? Maybe? No. Okay.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
You got you!
Raging Lunar Storm!
Lightning! Raging Cascade!
Begin!
Don't give up, Ninja! In here! Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Vanquish Dark Radiant!
Rising Wiper! Mirage!
Death on the wind!
Rising Wiper!
The abyssal deep can't get out of this!
Nope.
Rising Wiper!
Can't get out of that.
Stalagmite! I'm practically unstoppable.
Yeah, we had those back behind us.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Rising Wiper!
Elusive deity!
Rising Wiper!
Have you ever considered your purpose in life?
We're not finished! Burn in hell!
Bloody howling!
I'm ready!
That should do it.
Consider yourself finished!
Oh, didn't hit the other one.
Rising Wiper! Mirage!
Yeah, he got absolutely destroyed.
Nicely done.
What do we have here? Oh, an orange gel. Nice. What about this? Ooh, that's a nice chest. It only has 3 beef in it, so it's essentially almost useless, but still, the look of it was quite nice.
Out of our way!
Now you see what I can do!
In here! More for the sunlight!
I won't show you any mercy! Mirage! Rising Wiper! We're not finished! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial Spear!
Rising Wiper!
Leave the charges to me!
Oh,
Lightning Laser! Raging Cascade! Spread! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
what do we have here? A chief marksman.
I'm going in!
Ow.
Being interrupted. Allow me to help you.
Talk back, will ya?
In a bind?
Ow. Stop it.
I'll face you.
Rising Wiper! Rising Wiper!
Elusive deity!
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Elusive deity!
What's all alive?
Can't even, doesn't even get to the ground anymore.
Rising Wiper!
Resonate with the earth!
On your knees!
Stalagmite!
Rising Wiper!
Bathe in blood! Rending you apart!
There is certainly a lot going on this screen. Why does he have so much help? Just go down. There we go.
A comfortable win.
But there's nothing here really, is there? No, there is. Access key A.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Can I jump over this?
This is
No.
new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Yep, I know exactly where this goes. Elevator. No, wrong way. Are we at the lower level? I don't quite know where we are. Let me actually check. Okay, we were in L1. This is now the lower level. I guess. Sure. We'll go through here. Anything here as well? Yes. Peach gel.
Go no further! This one's mine! Confiscated!
Confiscated.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
A whirling... It's a duel of the arts! Sounds like a job for yours truly!
They have relatively low health comparatively.
Well then, let's keep moving.
Nothing here. Oh, hi there. That thing's dangerous. I remember. Let me actually get ready to fight it. By consuming 1 peach gel for Alphen. Alright, I think... Let me actually do a safety save here. We should be able to handle it, but still.